This conference will now be recorded.
To create a Linux VM and to learn other Linux commands like sort, grep, piping, redirection, these things. So every day I'm going to write notes like this, and that will be posted in Google Drive. And once my session is completed, that will be shared with you. So for this, you need to have an AWS free tier account. So how to create free tier account in the earlier classes we have discussed. Okay, so just to go and collect all the videos from training team. Okay, so they will provide you all the earlier session recordings. So let me log in into console.aws.amazon.com. Okay, so this is my account credentials. So let us create a virtual machine. So to create a virtual machine, just click on EC2 and select one of the Linux flavors. As usually, today also I will select Ubuntu 20. So click on launch instance. So scroll down till you see Ubuntu 20.04. This is Ubuntu 20.04. Select this. The reason why I am selecting Ubuntu is Ubuntu, your VM is free, license is also free. That is why I am selecting Ubuntu. So you can select Red Hat also, but if you select Red Hat, you have to pay for license. Your VM is free. That is why every day I am selecting Ubuntu. So from here onwards, just go on, press next, 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 launch. Here you have to create a key file over here. This is to connect to your VM. So I am creating a new key file here, 25 August 2022. My key. Download key pair. So here what happens? Here two keys are created here. One public key, another one is private key. So private key will be given to us. Public key will be kept with AWS. And if you want to connect to this VM, you have to use your private key. And then AWS is going to match public and private key. So when both are matching, okay, it is going to create connectivity between your laptop and remote server, remote cloud machine. So click on launch instance. Okay, so here select this VM that is being launching. I am giving something like Linux VM. Okay, and my machine is running in Ohio region. So to connect to this VM from your laptop, click on connect option. Select this command, example command, say Control C for copying. So you can connect to this VM in two ways. Either by using Git or by using PowerShell also you can connect. So for that, what you need to do is, just a minute, my keyboard is issuing some problem. Go to downloads, because my PEM file is, key file is available in downloads folder. Because this is a key I created, right? 25th August 2022, my key. And here, go to file menu, select open Windows PowerShell. So if you are using latest version of Windows like 10 or 11, okay, SSH option is available. Say SSH, okay. So you have copied that command, right? Paste it over here. So SSH is a protocol name. I is identity. This is our key file name, and this is a username, default username that is created, and this is my system's DNS. Say yes. Now we are inside the virtual machine. Okay. Now, just for the sake of grep command and sort command, let us create a new file. Cat greater than. Yesterday we have discussed about cat command, right? To create a new file, so we are going to use a command called cat. So cat greater than courses information, and press enter. And whatever data you are giving from keyboard, that will be redirected to courses information. Okay, I am giving some text for the sake of other commands. DevOps is all about automation. Oracle is a database server. Python is a general purpose language. AWS is the best cloud platform. AWS, okay. Azure is the second leading cloud. AWS is oldest cloud. Okay, Azure DevOps is from Microsoft Corporation. Okay, Java is a object oriented language. Just say Control D to save the changes. Now, if you want to look at the contents as we have discussed yesterday, use cat, any greater than less than symbol, cat courses information. Okay, this file is there. Now, within this file, suppose I want to search for some information. So for that, we have a Linux powerful command, that is grep. So grep is going to search for a particular pattern, text pattern. Okay, so let me write this. Grep is a utility command that will search for text patterns in one or more files. So how to use grep? Grep options, search pattern. Okay, so you can give file 1, file 2, in any number of files it is going to search. For example, grep I want to search for a options are completely optional. Okay, how to use optional we will discuss. Grep AWS, it is a search pattern. So what is the file name where I want to search for AWS courses information? Now when I execute this command, see what happens, what it is going to display. I will copy this command, paste it over here. Say Control L for clearing the screen. I think the file is not there. Courses information. It is not working. Cannot courses information. Okay, so it is having uppercase, right? So give uppercase AWS. Okay, so it has displayed that AWS is the best cloud platform. AWS is the oldest cloud platform. So I want to display line numbers where AWS is found. So to display such lines along with line numbers, you have to add an option called -n. Now are you seeing in first line and sixth line, sorry, fourth line and sixth line, AWS is presented. Fourth line and sixth line. So let me write this. Grep. So what it displays? Yes. It displays all the lines that contains AWS. So -n AWS courses information. To display all lines that contains AWS along with line numbers. Sometimes I want to display all lines which do not contain a specific text pattern. So for that I can use something like -nv AWS courses information. So what it displays? It displays the lines that do not contain AWS. Now let me try. Grep -nv AWS courses info. You are seeing in first line, second line, third line, fifth line, seventh line, eighth line, AWS is not presented. So like this, so when you want to display all information, all the lines information that do not contain AWS, so we can use grep command. Grep -nv AWS courses information. Okay, these are the few options of courses. Sorry, grep command. So when you want to have more number of options, you can use manual. You can display manual page of grep. It is going to display manual. You can try all these options. Now, so there is another utility called sort. Generally, when you want to search for a particular item, so if the information,
I have it. If you don't mind, can you run the manual command once again?
what do you say?
If you don't mind, can you run the manual command once again?
Okay. So I will do one thing. Okay, in PowerPoint, is the visibility clear or shall I open Git bash?
Yeah, it's okay.
Man grep. Or otherwise you can take online help also. In online help, examples also given. Here the examples are not given. So if you go to online help, okay, so examples are given to you.
Okay.
But every option we cannot cover, right? Okay, only the important options I am going to cover. Now, so to search for a particular pattern, so generally we are going to have sorted data. So suppose a file contains some mobile numbers of your friends. So if you want to search for a particular mobile number of your friend, so if the data is not in sorted order, searching becomes very difficult, right? So in that case, so in Linux we have a utility command called sort. Okay, so sort can sort the contents of a file either in ascending or descending order. You can choose any order. Okay, so within the specified order, sort command is going to search the contents of a text file. So it is a utility which can be used to sort the contents of a file either in ascending or descending order. For example, sort. So generally sort is going to take input from keyboard. Every command generally takes input from keyboard. So if you want to provide information from any other file, we have to use something like redirection operators. Okay, how to use redirection operators, that we will discuss. Okay, so just for now we will see how to use sort command. Sort options, okay, input file greater than output file. This is a general usage of sort command. So suppose sort, I want to sort the contents of courses information file in ascending order. Okay, so then don't use any options. So directly give input file. Input file is courses info and output file is courses information 1. Let us run this command. Sorry, did I give any spelling mistake? It is done. Okay, now look at the contents of both files, courses info and courses information 1. Courses information 1 is having sorted data, right? It has replaced all the lines that have started with A, AWS, Azure, Oracle, DevOps, Java, Python. Okay, it has given first priority for case. Okay, it has taken all the uppercase letters first. Then it has taken lowercase letters. DevOps, that has started with small letter, right? Java is also started with lowercase letter. P is also started with lowercase letter. First, it is going to give first priority for case sensitivity. So then it is going to look for actual sort. Okay. Now I want to sort this data in reverse order. So to sort this data in reverse order, we have to use the option called -R. -R means reverse order. So then I will change this to courses information 2. Now look at the contents of cat courses info 1 and cat courses info 2. Look at this. Completely reverse, right? Python is a general purpose language. Java is an object oriented language. Then it has started Azure, AWS and AWS. So like this. Now we have one more option here. So if you don't give any input file name, output file name, just give sort and press enter. It is going to take input from keyboard. Okay, so by default, every command in Linux takes input from keyboard and displays output on the monitor. Okay, so if you want to change this default input and output devices, we have to use redirection symbols. Okay, how to use redirection symbols, we will discuss. So now you can give some data here. Okay, what data I can give? DevOps, AWS, Azure, Python. Just press enter. All the sorted information will be displayed here. And if you write like this, sort greater than some file, it will take input, but it does not display output on the monitor. See, I am giving same input: DevOps, AWS, Python, Azure, and press the Control D. It does not display anything. And if you want to see the output, you have to use some file. Are you seeing some file? So this symbol indicates that don't send output to the monitor, send output, sorted output to this text file. Now let me write this: sort -r courses less than courses information 2. Okay, it sorts in J to A order, that is descending order. So another form of sort command is sort and just press enter. So what it does, it takes input from keyboard, that is standard input device, and displays sorted data on the default output device. This is what monitor. Okay, when we stop giving inputs from keyboard, and there is another form, sort greater than some file. This command takes inputs from keyboard and sends sorted outputs to a file called some file. Now if I say like this, sort less than courses, what it does? Can you tell me? Will it works or not? Let us test.
It displays the courses.
Courses, displays courses. It takes input from keyboard. Sorry, it takes input from courses information and displays output on the monitor. It does not take input from keyboard. So it takes input from keyboard and sends the sorted, sorry, takes input from courses info and sends sorted data onto monitor. It does not take input from keyboard. So yeah, these are the different versions of sort command. And when it comes to redirection and piping, so these are also very important activities of Linux. So suppose when it comes to redirection in Linux, so generally every Linux command takes input from keyboard and displays output on the monitor. That is the default behavior of any Linux command. But using redirection symbols like less than, greater than, so we can change the default behavior. Okay, so we can ask a particular command that don't take input from keyboard, take input from some file. And we can also tell that command that don't display output on the monitor, display or send output to a file. So how can we do this? We can do this by using redirection operators. Okay, so let me write a few things. By default, every Linux command takes input from keyboard. This is a standard input. And displays output on the monitor. This is what default or standard output. Displays output on the monitor. But using redirection operators like less than and greater than, we can change the default behavior of every Linux command. Just now only we have seen, right? So if you, I will apply this to grep command. Okay, so suppose I say grep AWS. I don't give any file name, just press enter. Okay, or grep Azure and give some lines that contains Azure, AWS, DevOps, Python, Azure. Okay, are you seeing immediately a Azure sentence will be displayed in the red color? SAP. Again, I will give Azure. Okay, so I did not give anything, any symbols like less than, greater than. But if I use like this grep Azure, okay, courses information to courses information 3. Now look at the contents. Cat courses info 3. What is that? Courses. Did I give correct spelling? Courses. Courses information. Okay. Azure is there, but it has started with uppercase letter. Now just look at the contents. Courses. Are you seeing 2 lines? Azure is the second leading cloud platform. Azure DevOps is Azure DevOps is from Microsoft Corporation. So like this, we can change the default behavior of Linux commands by using less than and greater than symbols. So we can change the default behavior. Now, so there is another important concept in Linux that we have to learn. It is mostly used in our day-to-day activities also. Okay, so that is piping. So what do you mean by piping actually? The output of a command can be used as input for other command. Using piping, we can connect two different commands. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so this is, suppose I execute ls command. So what is the output of ls command generally as per our knowledge? ls command is
it will list all the
it lists all the files, right? Now I want to connect these two commands. Sorry, ls-al use pipe symbol. Okay, grep. Okay, I'm going to give something like courses. What happens here? The output of ls-al will be used for input. General input grep command requires some data, right? Okay, the data will be taken from ls-al. Now look at this. Is it not displaying the files that starts with courses? So here this symbol will be acting as a connector between ls-al and grep command. And what is the advantage of piping? The number of steps are reduced. That is a major advantage. Pipe symbol. Sorry, ls-al grep. So without piping symbol, how it can be done? First, we have to store the output generated by ls-al into some temporary file by using redirection operator, temp file. Then we have to give courses. Okay, input file name is temp file. This is another file. I have to give like this. So instead of giving 2 steps, I can finish within 1 step. That means the major advantage of piping is what? The number of steps are reduced. First of all, we have to store the output generated by ls-al into some file, some temp file. Then grep courses. Okay, courses becomes your input file. Sorry, courses is a set pattern. Temp file is your input file, and output file is temp. I'm going to give another file. Now, if you look at this contents of another file, same output is displayed. Are you seeing same output? Courses info, courses information 1, info 2, info 3. This is the information that is generated without using piping, so we can do that. Hello? So guys, is it clear so far?
Yes.
So I'm stopping this session for now. Tomorrow we continue at the same time with same link.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.